Welcome to Toledo on the banks of the Rio Tajo, the Tagus River. I've never made a video in Toledo, partly because it always seemed a bit too obvious, a bit too famous. We decided to come out here on a slightly drippy day with people singing terrible flamenco in the background and maybe do a little tapas crawl of Toledo, because really, what more can I add to a video which I imagine has been replicated thousands of times by people online. But anyway, finally, after 10 years of making videos, finally we're going to Toledo.
Finally.
Right, so as we are walking up these steps into the old town, quick history lesson. Toledo, or as it was named by the Romans, Toletum, and then later by the Moors as
Toledo.
And later Toledo by the Christians. Before Madrid became the capital in the 16th century, this was the main capital of Castilla and Spain. And you can see why. Very good defensive position on a river. They pretty much moved it to Madrid because the guy liked hunting there, was kind of sick of the court life in Toledo. But this, for most of the history of Spain as we know it, was, Jesus Christ, more important than Madrid. To be honest, nowadays it's not a very important city, to be honest. It's touristy. They used to have a very active steel industry, but really Toledo is the day trip from Madrid. And now we'll see why. So Laura just informed me, quite interestingly, that one of the nicknames of somebody from Toledo is a
Bolo.
bolo, which we were like, what the hell's a bolo? And I mentioned just now the steel industry. They used to make a lot of swords. You're going to see a lot of swords. But these were the blocks of steel, were called bolos. They would make the swords from. So the people here are called steel blocks. The first nibble of the day is a famous Toledo tapa called carcamusas. Do you know that?
No.
So we're going to go to a bar, hopefully, if there's space, Bar Ludenia. Salud. So carcamusas is pork, peas, and like a tomatoey sauce, like a little stew. Like a little ragu.
Okay.
Tomato, you know? So we're in Trebol, which is a really cool bar. There's some really sort of historic foundations as well downstairs that I'll have a look at. Ordered another Manchego wine, a Tempranillo Graciano Red. Let me just double check. And I've ordered their famous tapa. Laura doesn't know what it is. I ordered it in secret. And it's probably my favorite tapa of the day. But more on that in a moment. Laura. It's a bomb! Laura has never tried a bomb, so it's mincemeat, potato, brava sauce, and alioli. I love it. So we've been very lucky with the first two tapas bars. We managed to get space at the bar each time, which is great. Now we're going to try and get to another place. We're going to go underground. Hi, gracias.
Vale.
Very busy craft beer bar. This is their beer. So we've come to the Museum of Manchego cheese, which is really, really cool. So they have their own little museum, which we're in now. Hey Laura, do you like the museum? And they also sell wines, they sell products from La Mancha, and they also do tasting plates of cheeses. So we're probably going to get a little glass of wine. Well, I'm going to get a wine and some cheese. I can tick Manchego off the Manchego video list. Ah, el Sanfejar.
¿Lo conoces?
Yo sí.
Es que él se dedica a vino.
Tengo una tienda de vinos en Madrid.
Me estaba
Soy un
extrañando.
alcohólico titulado.
Él es el que sabe, conoce
Me
mucho.
sorprendiendo un montón,
Sí, sí, sí.
porque de primero no pensaba ni que eras de España.
Él no
No
lo
soy.
es.
Yo soy ofensivamente inglés.
No tienes nada de acento.
Sí, pero tengo la cara.
Intenso, colores violáceos.
Como Mika. Right, so we had a little script from the lady. We've got semi-cured, which is 3 months aging. We've got cured, which is 6 to 8 months aging. And we have a queso viejo, an old cheese, which is 13 months-ish. Now, I'm going to do the official cata, okay? What was that now? Break it. Smells of cheese. You suck it like a sweet. And then you swallow it. Now, semi-cured cheeses, they're alright for me. These two I think are going to be a lot nicer. They've also given us a pheasant in port wine and truffle pate, some almonds and a little red pepper, like marmalade basically. What's really cool is the Manchegan cheese is a DO cheese, so it's specific to a region and made with specific milk from a specific sheep, the oveja manchega. So that's kind of the key. So if you're ever buying Spanish cheese, it's not all Manchego, it has to be denominated from the region Manchego. The queso colorado, let's see if it's going to change your life. A little bit, have a sniffy sniff. Smell the cheese?
Cheese.
Yeah. Does it taste like cheese?
Cheese indeed. Maybe it's ham.
Oh my god.
No, esto no lo puedo
That's
hacer.
gonna be-
No.
Oh hi. Whole cheese. Cheese. Now, a wonderful thing about Toledo is for a lot of its time, the Moors, the Arabs, the Jews and the Christians lived harmoniously together. They often called it the city of three cultures, city of three religions. There are synagogues, there are mosques and there are churches. Now that changed. Thank you Inquisition, thank you Catholics. But you still find a lot of, they kind of kicked them all out, but you still find a lot of the remains of this three culture piece in Toledo, which is kind of cool. You've seen a synagogue? I think the only synagogue I've ever seen in Spain. Just going downhill from a very impressive monastery. That's a lovely shot. And we're going to a place called the Museo de Productos de Castilla-La Mancha, which is a ridiculous name. We're going to try and get some local delicacies again. Oh, hi there. So we're on this little terrace of this restaurant which specialises in Castilla-La Mancha fare. We've ordered a selection of entremeses, which is like a little kind of terracotta pots of various little specialities of La Mancha, which mostly have stews and stuff. So when we get the big plate, we'll show you what we have. And with this, I think we can put a nice full stop on Manchegan food. and I guess go for a walk or drink some more, or both. Migas, the breadcrumb crap, which I don't like, but we'll see.
Ay,
Pisto, Spanish ratatouille.
picadillo.
Gachas, which is like, what is gachas? Like a soup, a cream,
Like porridge. No?
like a porridge thing. Picadillo, which is like minced pork meat with spices. And what's the last one?
Asadillo de pimiento.
Asadillo, roasted red peppers. Nice. Welcome to the 2024 Formula One of food. Right, we're going to start with the pisto, Spanish ratatouille. Ooh, that's very good, chunky. Gachas, I don't think I've ever had this before. Looks like puree. Tastes a bit like custard. That's quite nice. Don't understand it. Picadillo, minced meat.
De ciervo.
It tastes like dia. Whoa, that's powerful. Roasted red peppers. Really good. Can't screw that up. Migas. They're probably sucking. Laura's face. Completely pointless. The rest of them are amazing. Viva la Mancha. So we've been eating and drinking, not that much to be honest, but we've been enjoying the gastronomy of Toledo, and now we're going on a nice walk to get a nice view. A view of Toledo that you can see in the art of which famous artist of Toledo? El Greco.
Ah,
Right, Laura and I are arriving at some form of mirador now. I'm quite hot and sweaty,
it is very hot.
but the views are
Magnificent.
magnifico. Right, our last bit of food with the view of Toledo behind us. We're going to have Toledanas. Should we sit right here?
Sí.
Have our Toledanas, our Toledos.
Cheers.
With Toledo behind us. Cheers. They're quite dry.
They have cabello de ángel.
Give me a minute. It's got like a sweet cream inside, made with pumpkin.
Looks not a fan.
If we had milk, it'd be better. Now, in theory, that is the end of the food. I hope you enjoyed the food part of this video.
Yay!
So, Toledo, done. To be honest, it is beautiful. It is very busy, very touristy. There's great food here, and it is undeniably beautiful. So if you ever come to Madrid, you probably will do the day trip to Toledo, so I hope there's something useful in this video. Eat some carcamusas, have a bomba, have some vinos, buy yourself a sword made of steel, and that's basically it. If you like this and content of such quality, press all the buttons, and hopefully I'll see you again on the channel. Goodbye for now.